All right. We are going to start here with just a quick overview of how we are going to access our math starting on Monday. So what you're going to do is go on to pearsonrealize.com. I will send out the logins for you. You're going to click sign in because you already have an account. And I'm going to use the fake student that I created just for the purpose of showing you how to access. So once you've logged in, if you've never logged in before, it will take you through this setup page here. If your child has logged in before, then you'll just go directly to the home screen. So this one, is just asking what language you would like this to be in. Your child can choose their profile icon, and then you can get ready to go. So every day, new assignments will be uploaded here. Please try. The reason I'm only giving one assignment, one topic to work on every single day is that we can keep everyone on track. And so when you log in here, you're going to have two different spots that you can work with. First, you have My Work and Explore. So if you click on Explore, it's going to bring you to the math book. And you can click through. These are all of the topics. So we are just finishing up topic 12, chapter 12. And it brings you through each of the lessons that are in that chapter. So if we just click on a random one just so you can see, this will look like what the kids have been working on. So these are all different activities that they can work on, things to help them. This is obviously going to be a video. This solve and share is going to be just a word problem that they can work on to give them some extra practice. This visual learning is a video. We do have these in class as well. We do this at the beginning of the lesson. I have them work on that first problem on that topic page, and then they work on it with no prompting from me, and then I play this video. It kind of just goes through what they're learning. And it gives the video will pause so that they can go around the house and they can find objects that are about 1 centimeter, or they might give them some different activities that they can work on, and so we do these in class, so they're very familiar with this as well. I understand that online math is something new, especially for the second grade group, so please just have patience with them as we're working through this for the very first time. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns about anything, please make sure you reach out to me via Remind. So I want to show you, I've given myself access to this for today, but this is what your page will look like under My Work. So this is just for today so that I can show you. Monday, you will only see the Reteaching page, so you have all day on Monday to complete this. So it'll be active starting at 12 a.m. on Monday morning, and it will close out at 11:59 p.m. on Monday for the Reteaching page. So your child has all day that they need to complete this. There's not a specific time that they need to be on here working on it. It will be available to them all day. If you look over here before I show you more in depth about the assignments, if you look here at the e-text, this gives you information about their math books. So it has the interactive version, the regular student edition, and then the student edition in Spanish. This interactive text is nice because this allows them to draw on their actual screen. If you do have access to printing at home, you can print these out every single day if you want. Otherwise, you do not have to do that. You can just write down what topic it is, what day, and you can just send me pictures via Remind. So I'll go right to topic 12. So here it has the topic opener, just kind of explaining what this topic will be about. There's a review what you know page. There's some word cards, which is going to be their vocabulary. And then it'll take every lesson. So chapter 12 had 9 lessons. And then at the end, the chapter or topic 12 close has that fluency practice page, which you'll see that's the orange page. The vocabulary review is the purple pages. And then these reteaching pages, because I am on the interactive page, they should be able to draw and write on here as well. And this looks just like their math packet, what they're used to seeing in class. So if you look over here, this is just like the regular cursor. Okay, so then they also have a pen that they can write on. They can change the color ink, and they can draw on here. Stamping, they can do connector cubes, place value blocks, money symbols. This is the eraser function. And then this is just adding and subtracting. They can add text, money signs again, equal signs, question marks. This is just going to clear all of that out. This one is going to add different shapes. It will add fractions and number lines. So this one will be, fifth, so it'll have 5 lines here, fourths, thirds. And then this will all clear all of that out. Again, if you have the ability to print this at home, you can. Otherwise, for those of you that do not have access, on a different sheet of paper, they can just write set A, numbers 1 and 2, and answer them. And then once you're finished with the reteaching pages, you can just send me a picture and Remind. It's not going to bother me getting all of these pictures sent on Remind. I would like to see their work as soon as they're finished. That way I can give them points right away as well. But if you can and want to print, please feel free to do so. So I'm going to click back out of here. And again, this was under the just tool page here. Let's go back. Okay, so we'll exit out here, and this should hopefully bring us back to that home page. Perfect. So that was under the e-text button. Here's your tool button. We're working in volume 2 for the math book right now. There is a game center on certain days when I assign a lesson. Sometimes they were given access to the game center. This might be a good motivation for some of the students once they finish their math lessons for the day. They can click and go on here. And so it should, if grade 2 doesn't show up, just choose your grade down here. And then it's loading, sorry. So you can see, this one is hundreds and thousands. This is ones, tens, and hundreds. Adding and subtracting to 100, 2-digit numbers, multiply and divide. So you'll want to look for this one, especially you'll want to look for any kind of measuring. This one would be good. This is vocabulary practice. But if there were games available, I did make sure to give access to that as well. Not all of them have math games, so don't expect them every single day. Also, some other tools, again, the math book is going to be under the tool button. Again, we're working in volume 2. So then you have the game center, the glossary, where all of the math words are going to be. This is a math tools button, so it's going to have various math tools that you can use. So we are working with measurement, but you might want to use the counter button, and this, if you click on counters, it'll bring you to different kind of counters here. So if we were measuring, you could practice and use the orange cubes and drag them over here. These are 1-inch cubes. So this might be good if they're trying to measure something. The object is 3 orange cubes in length, so it's going to be 3 inches. Again, the best thing to do is to kind of play around with it, have your student play around with this weekend, not necessarily start any of the assignments just yet, but this is just something that they've never seen this before, so it might be good to have them play around with it before Monday, and then that way they know that starting Monday they have to focus on their math assignments. And so then there was one more student active e-text that's going to be their math book here. So if we go back to the assignment button, right now these are the 2 assignments. Every day it's going to look a little bit different. There will be no new assignments this coming Friday. We're going to use that time at about 9:30 Friday morning for anyone who wants to jump on Zoom as like a math tutoring session. But we're going to take Friday as kind of our catch up on our schoolwork day. So no new assignments on Friday, just kind of take that time to catch up, work on any assignments for PE class or music or art class, or Spanish. So the first thing that I want to show you is this reteaching page. This is what the students and I work on in class the day before the test. This is really good for your student to review, because these are going to have very similar problems to what they are going to see on their test. So if you click on that reteach page, again, they can draw right on here. If they're on an iPad, you can download this and print it if you have the ability to do so at home. Otherwise, again, just take a extra sheet of paper, write set A, and then numbers 1 and 2, and have your child answer it, and then just send me a quick picture and remind, just so I can give them points for this. So this is going to be the reteach page. These are problems that they're going to see on their test. So it just takes, each set is going to be a lesson. So set A will be the first day of topic 12. Set B will be day 2 of topic 12. So they coincide with each day that they've worked. So this reteach page will have 9 sets. It'll go through set H. And so again, this can be done on a scratch sheet of paper. Send me a quick picture and remind. And also, make sure you reach out if you have any questions as they're working on the reteach page. This will be good test practice for them, like I had mentioned before. So once this loads, you also have the ability to send it to me. I completed the assignment, so I sent it to my teacher, and I'll get notified right away that I have a new assignment waiting for me. But you don't have to use that function necessarily. You can just send me a picture and remind. On Tuesday, March 31st, you're going to see that there will be the online assessment. Our students in 2nd grade have never taken an online assessment. They've always done it on paper. So please be patient with your child as they're working through this for the first time. The really nice thing about this math program is that it will read the entire test to them. So they can plug in some headphones and listen to it being read, or they can just do it on their own. I'm asking that they work as independently as possible, so that we can get as accurate of an assessment as possible. So if you click on Get Started, if I didn't mention this before, this test will be available starting at 12 a.m. on Tuesday morning, and it will close at 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday. So they don't need to sit at any specific time where they're all working on it together. It's just kind of whenever it's most convenient for your schedule during the day is when they can sit and complete their assignment. So when you click Get Started, you'll click on the online assessment. And it just lets you know that once you submit the test, you cannot go back and change anything. Once it's submitted, it's sent directly to me. So you'll get started here. And once it loads, I'll show you where it can just be read to you if your child prefers that it be read to them. They are used to me reading the test out loud to them every single time we take one. So this listening feature might actually be beneficial for a lot of them. So if you just click this play arrow, it will read. And not only will it read the question, but it'll read all of the answer choices as well. So I'm just going to guess here, okay? And then you just click, your student will click next. This one, again, you can press play. This one is going to ask that you drag these 3 tiles to the object that it matches. So if we, move these down, again, I'm not doing this for accuracy. I'm just doing this to show you kind of what this looks like, and then you can press next. This particular test has 16 problems on it. Once it loads, if you were measuring the height of a 2nd grade student, what measurement would you use? Okay. Another nice feature is sometimes, the kids want to see how much farther they have left in a test. So if they click on review progress, it's going to bring up a screen that shows them here are the questions that they've answered, and here are the questions that they have not answered. And so they can click right here. Okay, I know I have not started question 4, so I'm going to click view answer. Okay. So again, it will load. This one in particular has 2 parts. So they have to answer this drop down button before they can answer this. And if they were to not answer one of these, it will show that the question is not complete on that review progress page. So I'm not going to go through all of these questions. You can kind of get the idea already. But you can see here, I've answered the first 4 questions. It reminds them, make sure you've answered them all, because once you turn it into me, you don't have access to it anymore. So for the sake of time and for you sitting here watching this video, I'm just going to click submit test. It's going to give your child a grade immediately. So this test is scored out of 20 points. So I only answered 3 out of 20. So I have a 15%. And then the nice thing about this is that you automatically get feedback. I will also automatically get the feedback. And then it shows us here what we need more practice with. So these are the standards right here that were covered in this chapter. So you can see all of these standards here. And the first it will show you is this is what your child needs more practice with. And I'll show you where they can go after this to get some additional practice. So these right here are what they need practice with. And then it shows you, but look here, this is what they've successfully completed. These are the standards that they've mastered. And then it'll go through for you and show you which ones they've answered correctly and which one they've answered incorrectly, and how much points, or how many points each of the questions was worth. And the nice thing is that you can go and look here and see, and go back and look at the question and see what they answered. So this is nice, so they can go back and you can review it with them and say, okay, if we had gone back, what would we have changed? And so to go back to that screen that we were on before, you just click view score summary. And so this is nice for you as a parent right away to just kind of see what they've scored. And so if you click exit, it will bring you back to that home page. And if they score, if they have things that they need to work on, you're going to see here in a minute once you've loaded, so it lets you know that you've completed the assignment. And it's going to give you some additional practice, and it lets you know it's due in about a week. But this is nice because it clicks on Get Started. And these are videos and PDFs. These are those reteach pages that you're familiar with. Some of them are videos where you watch and listen. And then anything that you work on, you can send directly to me via Pearson, or you can message me on Remind with a picture if they're working on this particular PDF. You know, they can write the answers down on another sheet of paper. And any of these that I get back, again, this can be downloaded and printed, but any of these that they complete and I get a picture of or get sent via Pearson, I will give them some extra credit points to boost any of their test grades if necessary. So every day you'll just see some new assignments up on that home screen. Again, take this weekend, once I send you those logins, take this weekend and kind of have your child play around with it a little bit to get familiar with it. That way they know starting Monday they have assignments that they need to work on. As always, if you have any questions or need help with anything, please just message me on Remind and I can get, you know, the things taken care of for you right away. And then look on Friday, April 3rd, we'll do a Zoom meeting that's just specifically focused on math. So if you have any questions or your child has any questions, we can work through those on Friday. But that is it for today. So thank you very much. I hope that this was informative for you and will kind of make moving on to online math a little bit easier. I will see you soon. Bye.